What's up, guys? Day 3, kind of Vlogmas. I didn't upload yesterday, and I do apologize. Like I said, trying to do it every day for Vlogmas, but probably like every other day. For sure every other day, but hopefully more than that. Yesterday I did actually make a video. Like, it was, you know, like all I would have had to do was, you know, go on YouTube and upload it. But it just, like, I started, you know, going on tangents about, you know, topics and stuff that I feel like maybe might have been able, I don't know, how am I gonna word that? Could have, like, turned from just like a discussion type of topic to, like, you know, people arguing in the comments and stuff like that. So I'm like, nah, it's December, you know, we want good stuff, we want good happy vibes. And so I was just like, nah, I'm not gonna upload that one. But yeah, I just got off work. It was as usual, terrible day at work, but it actually was pretty good in hindsight. It's pretty early. It's not even 2 o'clock yet. It's 1:50, and I actually thought of another channel I might make. So I'm gonna secretly put a camera in my car, or have somebody put a camera in my car, and like, that records me when I drive, and I'm gonna just upload my raw, unfiltered road rage, because people are such bad drivers. Oh my god, these videos would go viral of watching me react to this crap. And not even necessarily me react, but like have the camera like a dash cam. Like, I really should get one of those, like, where it's, you know, recording the road as I drive, just to show the utter stupidity that I deal with on a daily basis. I work in like Wood County, Ohio, and live up in Monroe, so it's about 30, to be honest. I don't know that I've ever actually, like, put it like on my odometer and like measured the mileage. About like 30, 35 miles, something like that. Not terrible, you know, about a half-hour drive. But some of those days, that half-hour drive has turned into like 45 plus minutes because of sheer stupidity on the road. And 90% of that, like, yeah, obviously people mess up, you know, they might just switch lanes and not look or something. Like, not that that's okay, but most of my road rage comes from basic laws, like, you know, the left lane is a passing lane, stuff like that, you know. And then we're gonna get in the left lane, like, we're gonna merge from the entrance on the highway, which is on the right, just veer from the entrance to the left lane, the passing lane / fast lane, not even doing the speed limit yet, no blinker, you know, stuff like that. I'm not even, see, going off on a tangent. But yeah, anyways, I feel like that would be an interesting channel. Those videos would definitely get demonetized because I'd be cussing more than Angry Grandma does. Like right now, we're in 4 lanes. The semis are in the left 2 lanes, and this semi veered over. Like, I'm talking, when I say veer over, like, these semis will, like, blinker on, and then they're already, like, swerving over. Like, if there was any car there that they didn't see, this car is getting, you know, thrown into the shoulder right here, the barrier. And this semi is going approximately 1/10 of a mile an hour faster than the semi that's in the middle lane. So now we gotta have cars that are going around on the right side to pass, which semi drivers will chime in and tell you, you know, you don't pass on the right, blah, 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 blah. And then they get mad at that. But here we are, hogging. Well, this one's gonna get over, and there's another one in the middle lane. So now we're gonna actually be blocking 3 lanes. Okay, so it's been like 2 straight minutes of playing musical chairs with cars, trying to get through that cluster F. So I am going to cut that out, but that's really it. Like I said, I'm not going to try to edit these videos too much, just, you know, raw and filtered footage. But yeah, anyways though, so, like, terrible day at work because so many people called off, and we had, like, so many people that didn't know the jobs in my area doing the jobs, but it ended up being like a great day because we got off super early. I'm training a lady. So my work is finally getting people. Let's talk about that. excuse me, I'll just talk about work until I get home. My job is finally training. So I work in a factory. I build parts for Chrysler. That's really like as far as I want to go into it without getting too personal. But it's a factory, you know, so it's an assembly line, you know, just your average factory. I'd say it's actually a little bit nicer than average, you know, like we do have air conditioning. Our line, we don't move with the line, like the parts come to us, we do our job, and then we send the parts off, so that's also nice. It's not like a factory like, you know, like Chrysler, for instance, like you are on a moving floor, you know, kicking a parts cart around, you know, following that vehicle as it goes down the line. So, you know, I don't want to complain about that sense. Like I do complain about my job a ton, but at the end of the day, I am thankful for it because it does pay the bills. You know, it gives me extra money to live a nice lifestyle, you know. Wish it paid a little bit better for what it is, but, you know, it's always more I can go out there and chase, you know, if it really comes down to it. But, where was I going with that? Oh, so we've been short, just crazy short, because COVID hit and we were losing people left and right before COVID, and then we still were after COVID because, you know, like we were off work making more money than when we're at work dealing with all the crap that we deal with. They randomly go on these sprees where they want to crack down like we're in a prison facility. You know, like, oh, you looked at your phone for a split second, that's a write-up. Oh, you did it again, you're fired. Oh, your mask is half an inch below the bottom tip of your nose, you're fired. You know, just wanted to crack down, and just like, it seemed like they wanted to fire as many people as they could. Really stupid. You know, especially when you can't hire anybody. Now people, like, we have a set amount of hours that we can, like, we have vacation time, which is paid time off. But you have to schedule it and get approved. Like, I couldn't just be like, you know what, I'm kind of tired today, I'm already off work, I'm gonna put in a vacation day tomorrow. Like, it don't work like that, unfortunately. You gotta schedule those. And then you have your call-in days, like, where you can just, like, I could wake up tomorrow, I start work at 5 a.m. I could wake up tomorrow at, you know, 4:59, call in, say, hey, I'm calling off today. But I only have 8 of those for the entire year. They don't roll over, they don't transfer, no nothing. Like, I have 8 and that's it. So, you know, working 6 to 7 days a week, 8 days for an entire year sucks. Vacation time is not much more. I think I have 14 days or something like that, which again, I'm very thankful for. But I've been with this company for like almost 10 years now. Feel like, you know, we deserve a little bit more than that, but that's not the point of this video. So anyways, right now, like beforehand, like before COVID started, even like right when COVID started, if you went over your time at all, it doesn't matter if it was an hour, 2 hours, 1 day, like most of the time, that was it, you know, see you later, you're fired. Sometimes they would fight it for 6 months and then be like, all right, fine, you can have your job back. But, you know, that's 6 months that you're either unemployed or working somewhere else. Like, there's nowhere that I'm going to start with my education level where I would be making even remotely close to what I make now. So that would be, you know, absolutely terrible. So, you know, I'm very prompt with my time. I'm very cautious, you know, like I write down and record every single hour that I use so I know what I have. You know, I don't ever want to risk that. But right now there's people that are like weeks over the time. Like, they didn't have any time to call off, and they have called off in the double digit amounts, and they're just like, you know, don't do it anymore, okay, you know. And it's like, holy crap, like they're desperate for people. But they've finally like been able to kind of start hiring people, and I don't know if they're actually hiring them or if they're temps, but just about every Monday for the past like 5 weeks or so. So this has been about 5 groups so far, at least 5 groups of about 30 people. They bring them in, they have this big orientation, they do it right out on the floor where everyone's working, which is really annoying. because they have to use these insanely loud speakers and it just drones through the whole plant. Even though they have this really nice meeting area that's separate from like our factory floor. It's got seats, it's got, you know, a projector and screens, or like a really nice sound system where they can talk through it. It's quiet, it's private, you know, like doesn't make sense the way they do things, but that's neither here nor there. That's not my area, you know, to worry about. So they bring them out on the floor, and then they'll just basically tell them to like walk around and watch us, which is really annoying. It's no fault of the new people's, but me, like, I hate people watching me, if that makes sense. You know, as you guys are all watching this video, I hate it. No, I'm joking. It's weird, but it's completely different. But like in person, like when I'm at work, I guess is really it. Like I'm just kind of like in my zone, doing my own thing. I don't want just random people like walking up and just like, what's going on here? And I feel like that kind of stems down to when they do these stupid audits. Like they'll have all these, you know, high up people in there that are looking down on you. Like they won't even speak to you. Like you can nod, say hi, smile to them, and they'll just give you like a dirty look. Like, ew, why is this person talking to me? They're not even a human being. You know, like, oops, I got a little tired. But, you know, so I think it kind of stems from that, is where I'm like, just stop watching me. I'm doing my job, you know, leave me alone. But yeah, so they'll send them around to just like watch, and I guess that's more like to see like get them to think like, do they think they're going to be able to do that job? Excuse me. I edit out so many yawns when I edit my normal videos. I don't know why when I start talking a lot, like I yawn like crazy. Well, yeah, I won't even be tired. But I think it's like to walk around and see if you're going to be able to do these jobs, or if you want to even try doing these jobs before we get, you know, too in depth into you being here. I mean, at least that's all I can guess. I mean, that would kind of make sense. Ooh, my car got smashed up. Oh, you guys won't be able to see it, I don't think. But, so they do that, and then usually the next day, that's like the first day, usually their second day, they'll kind of throw them like, all right, you guys go to this cell, you guys go to this area, you guys go to this other line, and, you know, kind of start like divvying people up to like actually, you know, hands-on train. And usually by first break, about 15 of those people are gone out of the 30. By lunch, quite a few more disappear. And then after that first day, maybe like the most I've seen so far is like 2. Like we still have 2. My job is very physically hard. It's very demanding on your fingers, your like upper body strength, and they completely redesigned our line when they refreshed the last model of this vehicle that we build parts for, and it was like a very big improvement, I'll say. Like, it was not perfect by any means, but vastly improved compared to the old model that was there when I started there. And I was, you know, we were like, wow, this is great. You know, we ran good. You know, morale's improved. Like, people didn't hate work as much. And then, oh, hey, they're running good, so let's cut jobs. Let's make 3 of these jobs disappear and then split all 3 of those jobs into 1 or 2 jobs that are already there. So it just makes the job way harder, which is what they did now. In my particular area, they cut just 1. My area was hard as it was. It's hard to keep up and is very physically demanding. But the perk of my area is that we can usually get out a little bit earlier than everybody else. So it's kind of like the trade-off. You can go get the easy job, but you're going to be there longer. You know, you take the harder job and you get out earlier, you know, but your hands are going to hurt. So that's where I'm at. Plus, I, you know, really enjoy most of the people I work with back there. So, literally every single person that we get back there to train that's new typically gives up within like an hour. And it's frustrating. Like, I don't blame them at all for starting out at like $16 an hour and working the hours that we work. I would be like, nope, I'm out. I'm not doing this. That's ridiculous. And it just like, it's like, I just want to go to like our management and be like, do you guys seriously still not understand why nobody stays? Like, you guys bring in 30 new people a week, and maybe 1 to 2 of them stays and, you know, actually picks up and, you know, is a worthwhile employee. Like, do you guys really just think that 28 people every week are just straight trash and don't want to work? Like, yeah, that's the case with some people. They want a job where you just clock in and just exist and get paid. I mean, granted, that'd be nice, but unfortunately, that's not really possible in most places. So it's just frustrating because I'm like, you made this job hard for people who have been here for a decade. Imagine being a brand new person, never used these tools before, never done these techniques and stuff like that, and oh wow, hey, shocker. Semi just clicked on their blinker, not even one flash, and just whipped over. 2 cars had to slam on their brakes here. But it's just like, it's frustrating, you know, as a loyal employee, like, to see this crap, and they just think like the world's just full of these crappy workers, nobody wants to work. Like, that's not the case anymore. Like, yeah, that was the case for a minute with, you know, the extra COVID pay, but that's certainly not the case now. Anyways though, so I'm training this new lady, and basically that's where I was going with, you know, my hands are like super extra sore, and I woke up this morning like in crazy pain, not crazy pain, but more pain than I felt in quite a while. When we're working, we're typically going at like a really steady pace. Typically going at a nice steady pace, and it's fairly quick too. Sorry, I'm trying to navigate through traffic here. That's obviously more important. But so when we're working, we're going at a nice steady pace, and it's not too bad. I guess it's a fair pace for like a fair amount of like effort, if that is the right terminology. But when you're training somebody, you know, you got to let them do the jobs, but also be able to keep up and not drain the line out, you know. So when you're training for the first week or so, it's more work because you're trying to train somebody, let them do it, but then you also have to catch the line back up, which is what really sucks. So I'm training this lady. She's actually, surprisingly, she caught on really good. She's got to work on her speed, obviously, but, you know, nobody's fast for the first week. So, but she does a few, and then I have to jump in and work, you know, at like 150% effort to catch the line back up and, you know, not drain it out. Because that just makes you look bad, too, is, you know, everybody else wants to build and get out of here. And, you know, obviously we know we got to train, you know, and it's going to be slow. But some people train, and they just basically, like, throw the person on the line and then just sit there and play on their phone, you know. And that's the dick move that you don't want to do. So I let them do a few, you know, it drains the line out. I catch the line back up, you know, then they do a few, you know, just kind of repeat that process. But man, this morning I woke up, like, I couldn't, like, this was like about as much as a fist as I could make. Like, such a light, like, weak fist. And I usually don't, my feet never really bother me, you know, as big as I am, that's surprising. But my left foot, like, it felt like I don't know, it felt like somebody just took my foot and just like snapped it in half when I would like step on it. And I was like, oh my God, that was terrible pain. Luckily it went away though pretty quick, a couple hours maybe. I didn't take anything for it, so that's good. I don't know if I just stretched it wrong when I was sleeping somehow, but that sucked. And then today, luckily, like I said, we were really short, so I wasn't training, luckily, but it would have been nice to not be short and be training, because honestly, like, if we weren't short, we would have probably got done today at like 1 o'clock. Like, if we could have like ran our normal pace, we would have been out very early, which would have been really cool. But I'm definitely not complaining getting out before 2 o'clock. I'm gonna be home right after 2, which is awesome. But yeah, so if there is any, I think most of these Vlogmas videos are probably just gonna be me, you know, rambling on about something. There's like any questions you guys want to ask, or topics you guys might want me to talk about or something like that, go ahead and shoot it in the comments below. I haven't checked the comments on my first video yet. I did get a few pop-ups that, you know, so I know I got a few. But yeah, like I said yesterday, I didn't want to upload that video yesterday because I was like, I feel like that might turn into people arguing back and forth about, you know, what they think's right and wrong. So I'm like, nah, not even gonna go there. I'll just delete that one. But yeah, another beautiful, gray, gloomy day here in Michigan. Can't wait to move to Florida. All right, I'll see you guys later.